What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode with my pal Alex and Feisty Pants.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show. It is Q&A. It is Sunday Q&A, and it is September 11th. And I had a couple ideas. I'm like, okay, do I do something for September 11th? Do I just leave it be because it's not really content that I cover normally in the show? And then Jacob asked, where was I and what did I do and what did I feel on September 11th with the anniversary of the attacks coming up? And I'm like, that's it, we're doing it. So Tuesday morning, I was working at the music store. Monday night we do midnight sales at the music store because Tuesday was always new release day. So if you held out Monday night till like midnight, it was officially Tuesday. By the law, you couldn't be fined because it's officially Tuesday now. And we would stay open an hour or two until the crowd died, and we could sell music. And I get home 2:30. I sleep in Tuesday morning, and I usually go in Tuesday night. So I was young, so I'm asleep. And, I always fall asleep with the TV on, and I hear my mom yelling in the other room, turn on the TV, they blew up the towers, and I'm like, what? I'm asleep, so, I'm like, the remote, and I turn on the TV, and, it's on every channel, so, it didn't matter what channel it was on, and I'm looking at the TV, and I'm like, holy crap! There's the two towers, the one's on fire, and I'm like, before I could even ask, what the hell happened? You see the second plane come in and hit the other tower. I'm like, what the hell happened? So, I'm just watching the news, just to see what's going on. And then you hear about the other, there's like a number of other planes they didn't know, and then they nailed it down to just two other planes. One lands into the Pentagon, and the other one, ends up in the middle of Pennsylvania somewhere. I'm thinking, well, shit, this just changes everything. This is like JFK all over again. I thought, I mean, I wasn't alive for JFK, don't get me wrong, but I was a history buff in school, and I saw a lot of TV specials, what little there were, and I saw a lot of interviews. There were more interviews with people who experienced the assassination, and there was just this lull across the country. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, they shot the president," it just like life changed, So I'm looking at the towers on fire, and I'm like, "Holy crap!" And I'm thinking, how the hell are they going to put the fires out, right? Maybe, you come by with helicopters that have, the fire extinguishers on them, or, planes that carry the water, and they just dump the water on the buildings, and then all of a sudden, the fucking buildings crumble down, and I'm like, oh, man, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. The only thing that I felt was that I needed to get out of the house and go to New York and help out. That was the only thing that I could conceive, but of course, everything's closed off. People, were in transit trains, they were in bus, and everybody just got like cut off and redirected, so you couldn't even go to help, and I'm like, well, crap, what do I do? So I go about my day, and I get to work, and my buddy Carmine, who was in the military, running the music store, and I'm like, dude, are we just gonna go bomb everybody? I'd be like, what the fuck, And it was just really sad. It was just a really sad time. And then, of course, they figured out, and people, owned up to stuff. If you guys haven't seen it, because I know not everybody watches sports and ESPN and stuff like that. ESPN puts out The Man with the Red Bandana every year. That's their, and it is. I mean, everything is well done, and it's everybody remembers in their own way. But I mean, that if you haven't seen The Man in the Red Bandana, you need to look it up. You can just go. It's on YouTube. It's on Google. It's on wherever the hell you're looking. maybe ESPN's website, you know, because it's going to be the anniversary. But it's a really nice piece on this guy, Wells Crowther, who went into the towers. He was there, and he went in, and he saved, you know, a crap ton of people, and you know, some of those people lived, and but he, you know, he didn't make it out, but he went in and he made a difference. I'm just looking at some notes here. 2,977 victims. I mean, that's just a lot of pointless killing. You know what I mean? I get, you know, everybody feels that, you know, their country's being invaded for the wrong reasons, but shit, that's just not right. I don't know. I never thought, I never felt that was justified, you know? But, you know, anybody been to the Freedom Tower yet? I haven't, actually. I haven't been to New York in a couple of years, actually. I don't know what that was. Oh, crap. Some feisty people out there. But I hear it's really nice, and the monument there is really nice. I've seen pictures. I just haven't been up there. But yeah, that is where I was on September 11th, 2001. I woke up to fire and just astonishment, just lack of speech, other than you want to go help out, and it's like, well, how do you help out? Because, you know, there were buildings falling down, and people were getting killed left and right, and people are jumping out of buildings thinking they're going to make it. No, they died. I'll never forget, I saw, you know, what footage there was afterwards. I saw the giant landing gear. The big wheel was just conked on the floor. That's, you know, it's huge. It's big. It's bigger than you think. If you've never been on a plane, or never been up close to a wheel, it's just as big as a car almost. But hey, everybody else's questions next week, and never forget, it's part of life now. I read some article. I forget exactly what it was about. I was trying to look it up for this video, and I couldn't find it. And it was something to the effect of the first generation of children in school who are learning about September 11th in history, but I forget the part of it. It's either they, you know, they're younger than September 11th and they're in school, or something like that. And I don't really remember the details of the article, because it's, you know, it's tough to read a whole article about that. For me at least, you know, it's very. I didn't lose anybody. If I know somebody's going to be asking, oh, did you lose any? I didn't lose anybody personally. As a country, we lost 2,977 people, which is some utter bullshit. And the 19 hijackers that are credited for the attacks, you know, good for them. They're dead. That's about the only thing good that came out of that. And but no, I didn't lose anybody personally. It was very close though. My cousin worked in the city, and she was on her way to work when it all went down, and she was actually stuck in the subway for a couple hours. But I mean, we hadn't heard from her. You know, I mean, you know, nobody wants to fear the worst, you know. But eventually, later that afternoon, you know, she got on a phone and she called and was like, "Oh, no, I'm just in the subway," blah blah blah. So good for that. Because then I wouldn't have my two little cousins. Yep. September 11th, everybody.